Hello and welcome back to Connections with Danielle, and happy summer. It is Memorial Day weekend, which means we are kicking off the summer. But besides the fun events that we might have planned, lakes, barbecues, picnics with our families, remember to take some time and know what Memorial Day is for. It is remembrance and honoring those that gave their lives in protection for this country. I am thankful for everyone that has given their lives for my freedom and those that protect it. So this week, that is my part. Franklin has a little bit of information on the coverages of insurance and what things are going on and why prices are different from some companies and coverages are different from some companies, because I know a lot of us are super confused by our deck pages. So he's going to talk to you about that. I just want to invite you out to any of our networking events. Of course, we have Monday off, so next week will be a short week, but there is a packed week next week. There is Grandview Chamber events. There is Quarter Mania at OPACA next week. We have the ribbon cutting and Sunset Social at Castle on the Prairie for my bonus sister Linda Wasova. We are so excited that the castle is going to be open. So come and see us. Come network with us. Let's build those relationships, because it's not just about networking. It's about meeting and cultivating new relationships. So let's take the time this summer to do that. If you're looking for something fun this weekend, Super Smash KC does have some openings tonight. We do have some openings tomorrow. We'd love to see you out smashing, getting in that summer. I know everybody's like, why do we smash? Why? So stress relief. It's just, having fun, getting out and doing something fun with your family or your friends or for a date night. But I want to say thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm going to turn it over to Franklin. We will see you next week when we do our next two countries for the summer of soccer. Have a great weekend, guys. See you Tuesday.
Hi, Franklin Tire here, local American family insurance in Olathe, Kansas for the last 40 years. Today's vlog, we're going to talk a little bit about policies, prices, and those type of things. The question I always get is why should I pay more for one insurance policy over another insurance policy? Or why aren't all insurance policies the same? Well, to answer those questions, you got to look at a couple things. One is prices are not all the same. Not all companies have the same pricing structures. Certain companies may, want you to be this, and this for their best price. Another company may want you to be this, and this for their best price. Another company may want you to be something totally different than the other two companies to get their best price. And so there are lots of factors out there involving price. But before I talk a lot about price, one of the things I always like to make sure everybody's aware of is there are differences in policies. Every company can make a deck page look exactly the same. They can show you the same coverage amounts, they can show you the same dwelling coverages, they can show you the same, all those things, they can make those look alike. The difference is in the way the policies are written. And all policies have different policy language in them. And so that's something that you really have to take into account when you're insurance shopping, is how my policy works. If you think about it, one of the most simple things in an insurance policy is the reason you can be canceled. In most insurance policies, that reasoning is very simple. The insurance company can cancel you at any time for any reason they so deem plausible. So you want to make sure that that's something, if that's something we're worried about, that you want to make sure that's something that's in language that helps protect you so that you can't just be canceled willy-nilly for no reason. So those are things you want to keep into account. So the part of the policy language is just as important as what the policy details show. And so people always ask me, well, how come there's a price difference between one company and another company? Well, it could be a lot of things. It could be the policy language. It could also be things just as simple as the deductible, how the deductibles work. Is there a wind-hail deductible? Is there a 1% wind-hail deductible? Maybe there's a 2% wind-hail deductible. Maybe there's a 3% wind-hail deductible. Maybe there's a 5% wind-hail deductible. All these things companies are trying to use to get profitable in the lines of insurance. And because of that, they see lots of things. But what I found is a lot of people just really don't know about that, and that's why they can't understand why there's a premium difference. Well, the premium difference is really because of those deductible changes and those type of things. So it's really important that you sit down with your agent and go through that. And if your agent can't explain that to you, I hate to say this, but you've probably got the wrong agent, to be perfectly honest. So reach out to us if we can help. We're always glad to look at your policies, and we'll tell you, stay where you're at if it's a great deal. Or maybe we've got something better. You just never know. So used to be 10 years ago, I could tell you, yeah, it's great, or it's not great, but nowadays it takes a little more work than that. So as always, reach out to us if we can help.